Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. TarantulaDan here, and this is kind of a sad video in a way, but there is a bit of good news that comes with it. So this is my mature male Poecilotheria metallica, the Guti Sapphire ornamental, and I believe it has died. It looks to be dead. It hasn't moved when I move the enclosure. It's in death curl, and that's a shame, but that is to be expected with mature males especially, you know. And I have a really horrible habit of filming things, and I never upload it for one reason or another. So this is something that I really wanted to talk about and just sort of give you an update, because this is my last P Metallica that I have, last male Metallica. I do have several out doing rounds, and a couple that were sold. I think I got 2 out on 50/50. So you know, I hope I won't be short of P Metallica in the future, but at least this one is the last male that I have in my house at the moment. However, I guess the good news is that this enclosure is not his own. Today is the 7th of May, and it's, I don't know what time it is. Is it 7th of May? Yeah, Sunday the 7th of May. And he was placed into there to breed with a female back on the 18th of February. So I popped him in there to do a quick, you know, for him to breed. He was very slow, and I ended up leaving him in overnight. A little bit hesitantly, I admit, but I left him in there, and then they just seemed to, you know, they were drumming to each other, and the only thing is I don't know whether or not he actually got an insertion, which is really irritating. I would come down in the night and they would be drumming away and would be very close to each other, but I never actually saw an insertion, which is very frustrating. But they were kept in there. There is still some food and things in there as well, so they were both eating and things, which is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking the male out of there. I'm going to take him out and sort of show you how he is and things like that. And I don't know where the female is. I think she's not in there. If I just come around here, you can just see the female just there. And she's eating well, and you know, was very tolerant of him, which is good. But yeah, it's been 18th of February, March, April. It's been nearly 3 months. So, you know, he's done really well to coexist with her for that long. As I say, I would sort of keep my eye on them, and they'd be sort of chilling near each other or different ends of the enclosure. I'd come down in the early hours of the night, or if I got back in after taking my girlfriend home, I would catch them drumming, or sometimes we'd sit and like listen to them drumming to each other. I just never saw it, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating, but all I can do is hope that he has done his thing. He wasn't eaten. She was definitely like reciprocating, was interested in him. So just gotta wait and see, I guess. You know, there's food in there for the female. I always fed them both together to make sure that she didn't eat him. So just gonna take the lid off. I do have a tripod, but it's upstairs and I can't be bothered to go and get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully just move that out of the way. I'm going to try to not disturb her where she's nesting. Just give him a very gentle touch. Oh, he is actually still alive. Come on. He's still alive, but he's not. He's ready for retirement, I think. So I'm going to get my tripod. I'm going to get him out and get a container for him. And I'll continue in just a second. Okay then, so I have my tripod. set up before some of you sort of start shouting that I'm not using a tripod. I have my tripod. I have just a very simple little tub here, and I've just got some bit of substrate in the bottom, some cork as a shelter, and I'm going to actually place the actual spider onto these down here. The reason I'm not going to put him back into his enclosure is it's the coffin one, and I wouldn't be able to lower him in safely. So, and as he's more than likely going to die, this is better for me to access him and things like that. I will also try and feed him, and I will show you how I will feed a weak spider, and obviously provide plenty of moisture for him. Maybe he's just a bit dehydrated or something, but I don't think he is. I mean, he matured quite a while ago, and he's been in there, been busy. So, you know, the female, she's fine. So I think it is just a case of just old age for him, unfortunately. So I'm going to very carefully take him out now, and then we'll have a better look at him when he's in the little tub enclosure. Okay, so here he is. You can see I very carefully got in between the first two and last two legs. I'm not squeezing him. I am being very, very careful. This is not a way that I would recommend picking up these spiders, purely because if they were to bite you, you would be in a lot of trouble. But I believe the fangs are retracted. Yeah, the fangs are away, so he's not trying to bite or anything like that, and I am being very careful with him. There he is, and what I'm going to do now very carefully just place him into there, like so. So you can see how sort of weak he is. He's not really moving much at all, which is a shame. What I'm going to do is, I'll get my kind of good, because there is some food at hand. I'm going to carefully just place the everything back in there for the female. I hope that didn't sort of stress her out too much. So what I have here is I have here a hopper. Now, of course, I don't want to put this in because it may cause harm to the spider, so I'm pretty much going to immobilize it. This is not very nice to do, but yeah, it's going to happen. So what I'm going to do, if I show you how I would immobilize food, the last time I had to do this was the Steve, if any of you remember him, which was a mature male Nandu chromatus that I had that lost some limbs and ended up, everyone said to kill it, and I actually got it eating the day of the molt. So it is good to do, but only if you really need it. So basically I'm going to start off by crushing the head of the locust. Again, not very nice to do, but that way the locust cannot, it can't bite the spider. The spider is kind of worth more to me. So I know I'm going to get hate on this video for this, but you've got to understand, I would much rather feed up the locust, feed up the spider than the locust. So the head is crushed. I'm going to crush it the other way as well, so it is like mush. There we go. Now some scissors. I'm going to cut off the legs. So it's basically like a nugget, pretty much. So yeah, I know that is not a very nice thing to have to do, but the reason I do it, as I said, this cannot hurt my spider at all, and you'd be surprised how well it works. I will then place that by him. and then if he wants to eat, it is there to do so, and if not, then obviously then he won't. At the end of the day, it's not something that I like doing to hoppers. As I said though, he's very weak, so there's a meal there that he can have. Yeah, that food is not going to run away, it's not going to attack him or do anything. It's one of those things, it's a waiting game, but you can see how this male is now. I mean, he's not, you know, he can barely move, bless him. And I do put it down to maturity in old age, but you know, it's worth trying at the end of the day, I think. I'm also going to very quickly get my water bottle. I'm going to spray down the one side, a little bit around there. Sorry, my phone's gone off. I'm actually going to put some water on the leaf as well. Not spraying the actual spider, but enough so that that he can get the water if he needs it. So there we go. There isn't really much else that I can do for him. Some people would tell me in this sort of situation to simply freeze a spider. That is the most humane way to kill a spider, and is not something that I want to do with him. I would much rather, you know, try and rehydrate him, refeed him, even though he has been in there, he's been eating and everything, but maybe on his own he might pull through and things. So whether this works or not, I don't know. Of course I will do an update either way, and I'll be keeping him somewhere nice and warm, but out of direct sunlight, and just wait, I guess. So yeah, not really the best video, at least with his situation, but I guess a silver lining is the possibility that after 3 months in the enclosure with a female, sort of coexisting and eating and things, hopefully he did manage to get an insertion, is what I'm hoping for. So thank you for watching. This video has been a little bit different, and I don't really know what to call the title of this video yet. I'll have a ponder over that while I'm editing it. And as always, thank you for watching everyone, take care, I'll see you all soon in the next video.